Hello friends, it's Nikki and welcome back to my messy bookshelf. Today I'm here with a tag video and we are about to play a bookish game of Would You Rather. This is a tag that was created by Kat from Curious Cat and Ellen from Ellen Made Book Club. So I was tagged a week or two by my friend Meli from Meli in the Margins. And when I looked at the tag, I thought the question seemed a little familiar. And I went to look at Kat's original video and I saw that I had been tagged by Kat last year. So I was tagged by her right before I went on my 3 month hiatus. I disappeared for 3 months last summer when I was transitioning out of my job. And yeah, I never got around to doing it and I lost it because I didn't write it down. So here I am finally getting to this tag and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and also very difficult. So I will jump in. So this is supposed to be rapid fire. So I glanced at the questions, but I have not looked at all of them. So the first question is okay, so it's would you rather never read more than one book from the same author, can't reread either, or read only books from your favorite author or one author of your choice? Ugh. I mean, if I can only read books from my favorite author or one author, do I get to reread? I spent most of my early years rereading the same books from the same authors, so I'm a chronic rereader. I think I would read only books from my favorite. Already, question one, and this is so hard. Uh, okay. If I only read one book from every author and can't reread, that's really, really hard. But only reading from one author, okay, okay. I will never read more than one book from the same author, and I will give up my rereading addiction. Okay, moving on. Would you rather read a book with an unlikable main character or your favorite character dies? I think I am leaning towards read a book with an unlikable main character as long as we're not supposed to like the main character. I hate when it's supposed to be an enjoyable main character and I just don't like them for whatever reason. But I'm going to stick with it. Unlikable main character. Would you rather start your library from scratch but you can't rebuy any of the books that were on your shelves before, or never be allowed to add a new book to it? Ugh. Most of the books on my shelves, are books that I bought because I want to own them. And I enjoy rereading books, so I think I would say never be allowed to add a new book to it. Would you rather your favorite author never publishes anything new or only publishes bad books from now on? Hmm. Some of my favorite authors will never publish anything new because they are no longer with us. So I'll choose that one. Never publishes anything new. Would you rather read only one of your favorite genres or read as widely as you want, except in that one genre? Okay, so I can only read in one genre that I love, or I can read many genres, but I have to give up that one specific genre. I will give up the one genre because there are so many that I love. So I will read as widely as I want, except in the one genre. Would I rather be stranded forever on a deserted island with a full library or still live in society, but books have disappeared? Ugh. Um, on the deserted island, do I get to take my family with me? Because if so, I will choose the deserted island with the full library. But if I have to stay in society because my family and my loved ones can't come with me to the island, then I will stay in society without books. But that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I will not give up my loved ones. So if any of you are watching, and I know none of you watch my videos because there's only my immediate family that knows I have a channel, know that I love you more than books. Okay? Next question. I guess that's science fiction and fantasy. Would you rather read only 5-star series but they're unfinished, or read only thick standalones with a bunch of info dumping? I hate unfinished series, but I also loathe info dumping. I really, really hate that. I will read only 5-star series that are unfinished. I cannot believe that I'm saying these words. The next one, mystery. Would you rather always get book twists spoiled, or they all have an open ending / the killer isn't caught? These are some hard questions. I think I'm going to choose open ending and the killer isn't caught, because what is the point of reading a super twisty book if you don't get to enjoy the twists? But I don't hate an open ending if it's done well. Yeah, I'll stick with that. The next one is historical romance. Would you rather great love story but historical inaccuracy, or toxic or meh love story but great historical world building? I think I'll take the toxic or meh love story but great historical world building. I cannot stand books that have like huge historical inaccuracies unless it is disclosed beforehand. I thought what was it? Babel. I read Babel this past year, and there are several historical inaccuracies. I mean, also magical, realism. But the author actually addressed the historical inaccuracies in the beginning of the book, so her introduction, and explains why she added them and how she felt that it added to the story. So I can do that. I can do that. But if it's supposed to be historical fiction, I want it to be accurate. So I will choose the toxic love story or the meh love story with great historical world building. All right, the next one. Would you rather read a book that the best characters, plot, writing. What? Oh, okay. I think I understand. Read a book that has the best characters / plot / writing, but none of the others. So I guess we're choosing between the best characters, plot, or writing. I think I'm gonna go with plot here. I love amazing characters. Oh, this is hard. This is hard. I can read books that aren't beautifully written if the plot and the characters are good, but choosing one of those, I think I'm going to go with plot because I love a good adventure novel, but I also love good characters that are having the adventure. So I think I'm going to go with plot. I'm going to stick with it. Stick with it. The best plot with not the best characters and not the best writing. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. Okay, next one. Would you rather have a friend who loses your books or mistreats them? Parentheses, stains, breaking the spine. I think that I would rather have. This is so hard. Usually the books, you know what? I'm gonna say loses the books because a lot of times when the handful of times that I have given someone a book off of my shelves, I often don't expect to receive it back. And there are times where I have left my books like at work and someone picked it up, and then I was happy and I kind of treated it like a little free library. I actually put a bookshelf in my job before I retired from there, and I occasionally would leave books there like it was a little free library. If no one took them, I would take them back, but um yeah, I kind of expect a lot of the time for them not to come back. If you had heard my story about Red Rising, when I lent it to my husband, and then he lent it to his friend, and then he lent it to his friend, and it traveled around the world before it returned to me because they were all overseas at the time. So it did come back to me, and I was surprised. I'd never expected to get that book back. So yeah, I guess losing my books. Because it probably means that they either lent it to someone else or they didn't lose it and they just kept it. Okay, I lost my place. Would you rather never be allowed to visit a bookstore again or be banned from all the libraries in the world? Why are these questions so hard? um, I find this one really difficult. I think that I would rather never be allowed to visit a bookstore again, even though I'm always at the bookstore at least once or twice a month, at least. Um, Libraries around the world, like, that means no school libraries, like the university library or library events. Ugh. And I could get the books that I get at the bookstore from the library, they just wouldn't be mine. Could I order books online? Because then I'm okay with that if I can still go to the libraries. I'm gonna choose never be allowed to visit a bookstore again. I hate the idea of that, but I would hate to be banned from the library. It's kind of where my love for reading started. So, all right, we're getting to the last few questions here, and I keep losing my place. I'm sorry. And I am looking down at my laptop. Sorry. Would you rather everyone hate your favorite books or everyone love the books that you hate? I don't think I have a preference here. I would not like for people I would not like for people to hate my favorite books, but I'm not mad at them if they hate my favorite books. I think I'll choose everyone love the books you hate because I mean, sometimes this is a thing anyway. I sometimes don't get what all the hype is about with regard to certain very popular books. So, yeah, I'll choose everyone love the books that I hate. All right. Three more questions. The next one is, would you rather only listen to audiobooks narrated by the worst narrator or Mickey Mouse, or only read physical books in terrible lighting? Hands down, I would read physical books in terrible lighting because I've been doing that my entire life. So, yes, I loathe a bad narrator. The next one is, would you rather books from the same series collection who don't match, or read books printed in a tiny font? I would rather read books printed in a tiny font. I am fortunate to have fairly decent eyesight. Yes, I do have reading glasses, but my eyesight is not that bad, so I despise. Not that I want all of my books on my shelves to be the same size and, you know, perfectly matched. I love the look of a messy bookshelf, hence my channel name. But when it's a specific series and they suddenly change the size of it, it infuriates me so much. So, yeah, I'd rather read books printed in a tiny font. that means you get more to love in the book, you know? Alrighty. The last question is, would you rather never post another YouTube video or never watch YouTube ever again? I would rather never post another YouTube video because I love watching YouTube. I don't really ever watch TV. The only videos, movie, content that I tend to watch is YouTube. So I could still have conversations with people as a commenter. So yeah, I would rather never post another YouTube video. And then the final thing is to tag some other people. So this was very hard. I am going to tag some people that I don't think I've tagged before. Maybe a couple I have, but I'm gonna tag some new to me booktube channels, and I don't know if all of you are open to tags, but if you are, here is the tag. And I just think tags are such a fun way to meet other booktubers and just have conversations. So I'm gonna tag a few people. And if you don't want to do the tag, you're not into tags, then no pressure whatsoever. But I'm gonna tag some people. But all that to say, yeah, expect me to tag a bunch of people. I thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video and saw my dilemmas that I had here. But thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.